You can see emergency crews right there towards the on-ramp heading eastbound on 565 and off into the distance. You can see some flashing lights as well. Traffic backed up on I-565. In this view right here, this is out of Scottsboro, and you can see the light shining down on the road. That is the ice that we are seeing. We are seeing black ice across the majority of our roadways. If you are behind this, what you're dealing with now is the heavy rain that's coming through. So if you're out ahead of it, so Hampton Cove, Gurley area, light rain right now. You haven't been impacted by this outer edge of that line. Once it fully impacts your area, what you're going to see first is that strong wind gust, potential to see it close to 60 miles per hour. Then you will see that torrential rain. I just want to put this in perspective, just how fast the water's moving and how high it is. You know those construction cones, the big round ones that are probably like up to my hip high? I saw one of those floating down the water. Taking a closer look into this severe thunderstorm warning, this remains in effect until 4:30 in the afternoon. So for the next 16 minutes or so, I have seen reports and photos already of that dime-sized hail. These will continue to weaken as they track eastward because we've already seen rain activity into portions of northern DeKalb County. So that helps stabilize the environment a little bit. So not really seeing as much instability to support some strong to even severe storms. We do have a flash flood warning. This is in effect for DeKalb County, southern portions of it, until 11 o'clock this evening. It does include areas like Collinsville, Geraldine, and Crossville. And we have seen numerous reports of trees down over towards the Crossville area that was associated with these strong winds from the severe storms earlier this evening. Rainfall totals in the area that we are seeing that flash flood warning in effect have ranged from close to 1.5 inches to close to 3.5 inches, and it's still raining into portions of DeKalb County at this hour. Seeing light snow tracking into portions of Marshall County, Morgan, and throughout Madison County. Into portions of Jackson County itself, those roads have been deemed impassable. What you're seeing right now is a live view from Montesano at that severe thunderstorm. Very heavy rainfall in southern portions of Huntsville right now. A lot of lightning associated with this cell. On top of that, we are seeing quarter to even dime-sized hail. So that is this cell right here. You can see all the lightning strikes. It is slowly progressing its way towards the north and west at 10 miles per hour.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Jessica Camuto.
Well, I think you are all aware at this point that we have certainly been dealing with the heat. We've been dealing with the humidity, and we are one step closer to potentially breaking a record for consecutive 90-degree plus days. We have now hit 25 after our high temperature today, and temperatures are still ranging into the 90s across the majority of the area right now. Some isolated spots right around 90 degrees. Main reason why, they're dealing with some rain activity. We're at 97 here in Huntsville, Scottsboro, 90 over towards Fort Payne, 89 in Florence right now, but we are all dealing with heat index values close to 110 in some spots, even right around 100. So this is going to be the case as we head through not only tomorrow, but into your Friday. We have heat alerts that are in effect for the area until 7 o'clock in the evening Friday. And even tonight, it is staying warm and it's staying humid, so it's going to be very uncomfortable. Overnight lows are forecasted to be down into the 70s. So this is a look at our alerts that we have with regards to the heat. The area in pink here, this includes Madison, Limestone, Lauderdale, Colbert counties. This is an excessive heat warning. Other areas that are in orange, that's a heat advisory. Main reason why we have two different alerts is because the areas in pink have a greater chance of seeing heat index values at 110 degrees or over 110. Areas in orange here, their heat index values look to be between 105 and 109. Whether you're in the advisory or you're in the warning, you certainly want to make sure you're keeping yourself protected from the heat. Remember, heat safety. If you have to be outdoors for an extended period of time, wear light colored clothing, light weighted clothing. Also make sure you're staying plenty hydrated, and if you can, limit the amount of strenuous activity you do outdoors. Now, although some of us are dry right now, sunny, and just dealing with the heat and humidity, others of us, we're enjoying some rain activity. We're seeing one cell, especially in north northwestern portions of Alabama. I'm going to zoom in closer to this one. We have a very strong cell into portions of Lauderdale, Colbert County. So Colbert Heights, Muscle Shoals, Florence, Cloverdale, Cherokee. This area seeing pretty heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and even some gusty winds at times. Now heading into the overnight hours tonight, most of this activity does taper off, and we do increase that chance again as we head into Thursday for scattered showers and even isolated thunderstorms. Coming up in the next half hour, I'll have a better look at timeline for you, not to mention any threats we'll see for thunderstorms tomorrow. Temperatures across the area into the 90s through the remaining portions of this 7-day forecast, and that's even the case here in Huntsville. On top of that, we have the chance for some rain activity and thunderstorms, some of which can produce some localized heavy rainfall because, as we all know, very humid outside right now, which means we have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere.
Well, the month of November is the second severe weather season for us right here in the Tennessee Valley.
And one weather event that impacted the community was the Airport Road tornado on this date in 1989. Meteorologist Jessica Camuto joins us now in the studio with a first-hand account of that day.
That's exactly right, Jerry. So on November 15th, 1989, residents in North Alabama went to work as if the day was normal. But by the evening commute home, many came face to face with an F4 tornado with destructive winds between 207 and 260 miles per hour.
We knew that there were storms coming in, and typically when we have a storm, we'll try to divert videographers like me and on the staff to areas that we anticipate the storm was coming.
Greg Stone was a 10-year veteran of News 19 at the time of the Airport Road tornado. He knew that day would be a dangerous weather day.
Once again, these are severe thunderstorms, and oftentimes severe thunderstorms can and do produce tornadoes.
The tornado ripped through Madison County during the peak time of rush hour in the pitch black, making it difficult for motorists to even see the tornado barreling down on them. The damage was immense.
I'm following a police officer as they're searching debris, trying to find people, find survivors. All of a sudden the lightning lights up the sky and you see the movie theater that's in front of us, and it just lights up the whole area, and then it all comes into, focus. This is huge. There's a lot of damage here. That struck me as, that's an image I'll always keep in my mind. I did find myself with another officer. We heard somebody underneath us in the debris, and we heard something, so we kind of said, hey, everybody be quiet, and then we heard somebody say, I'm down here.
Can you wiggle anything? No. Okay. We're coming after you. Don't worry.
I remember putting that light in the hole and asking if he can see the light, and he could barely see the light, which told me that he was buried deep.
The tornado left behind an 18.5-mile-long damage path and claimed the lives of 21 people. There were 463 injuries. Through the heartbreak and pain, the Madison County community pulled together in a time of need to support one another.
It was interesting to me to watch people helping people, from law enforcement to emergency people to people who were looking for their neighbors to see if they were okay. Everybody was pulling together. It was just phenomenal to watch. No matter what, they were going to take care of each other.
To hear more of Greg's story and a look back at the News 19 30-year anniversary special, you can head on over to our website, WHNT.com.